Matt, before we get looking ahead at what's coming up this week, let's look back at last week. A tough game down at Whitman last Tuesday, and then really hard fought, come from behind win on Saturday against Lewis and Clark. Give us your recap of the Pirates' performance last week.
Well, last week was obviously a tough one for us. We obviously playing a great opponent in Whitman on the road. Had some guys throughout the last couple of weeks have been under the weather or battling injuries and kind of banged up a little bit. And so it really took a toll on our energy level. And I thought that affected our focus and execution on Tuesday night. We were disappointed with what we were able to control as part of that game. I thought our guys played hard, but we didn't play very smart. And Whitman took advantage of all of those opportunities, played really well. And so coming into Saturday's game again with Jordan Lester out with the flu, and really a team that was in a tough spot. They're back against the wall. I was really proud of the grit that our guys showed. Typically, when you shoot 3 for 20 from 3 and 16 for 27 from the free throw line, you're not going to win that game. And I think it says a lot about our character and our culture that the guys were able to buckle down at the end of the game. I think they went 1 for 10 down the stretch on the offensive end, and just showed the heart of a champion, and was really really proud of them for that. Looking forward to the opportunity to get a little healthier this week and to play two great teams in Linfield and George Fox.
This weekend we're going to recognize 4 senior players who will be playing in their final regular season home game. 2 of them 2-year guys and 2 of them 4-year guys. Just especially for Kyle and Ben, the 2 4-year guys. Just talk about the influence they've had on this program over their 4 years.
Well, Kyle and Ben have been a big piece to the puzzle from the moment they stepped foot on campus. And, Ben Bishop is one of the most mature student athletes I've ever had the opportunity to coach. He goes by the moniker of Dad in our program because he does everything the right way, academically, athletically. He's even-keeled. He's a great teammate. He's a role model. And that's something that you always want in your program. He's done a fantastic job on the floor as well. Being a glue guy on defense, a finisher around the basket, and so we're really going to miss his leadership. Kyle obviously has had an outstanding career here at Whitworth. One of a long line of All-Americans to come through the program and follow in the footsteps of the guys before him. He's put a ton of work in to the game, and he's deserving of every accolade he's received. And again, both those guys have been paramount in developing our camaraderie, our culture, and being great leaders. Kevin and Jared, had the opportunity to join our program before last season. I've been a part of it for 2 years, and a big part both on the floor and off. I think heading into last season, we needed an infusion of experience, and both those guys were able to hit the ground running and make an impact right away, and really do it in an unselfish and relationship-based way with a bunch of new teammates last year. So it's been fun to see them grow into the culture here and be a big part of our program. And then we have a 5th senior in C.J. Johnson, who's a student assistant coach this year, who came in with Kyle and Ben, has been a part of each of our last 4 seasons this year as an assistant coach, and pursuing something that he's looking forward to doing after graduation. And it's been great to see his development, the way he's handled the adversity that his body has put him through injury-wise, and to be able to still make an impact on our team, on our season, and his teammates is I think says a lot about his character. So 5 guys that we're really going to miss.
This weekend, a couple of key games in terms of seeding for a fast-approaching conference tournament. Give us a scouting report on Linfield and George Fox.
Well, it's a huge opportunity for us this weekend. Obviously, Linfield and George Fox have been, right in the upper echelon of the Northwest Conference standings all year long. Linfield is a very, very good, well-rounded team. They shoot the ball extremely well. They're balanced on offense. They play well together, know their roles, and defensively, really buckle down and make you earn everything. And George Fox, in the same token, is very, very talented. Their offensive players, and Lacey and Mason Green Richards are two of the best in the conference, and everybody knows their role on both of those teams. So we expect two great battles. We're excited to finish out our home slate in the field house and recognize our seniors on Saturday.